You ever have one of those days where you feel like you did everything wrong? I had one of them yesterday. Nothing I did went right. Listen, well, that's not true because my lunch was really, really good. I had roasted cabbage with a red potato in it and a sweet potato. It was so good. Anyway, so I have been working on this freaking sea moss gummy vitamin gel gummy recipe, and I have done 5 times. I've done this 5 times, and I've done it wrong every single time. So that was one. The real reason I got an attitude is because they're finna come in my apartment. They're spraying the whole building for roaches, and I'm irritated about that. I don't like people in my space or in my house. I'm anxious. I've been anxious for 2 days. I had a hard time sleeping last night. I'm so irritated. I don't like people in my space. And I don't want him spraying our rooms, so I feel like it's about to be an issue, but I'm not trying to make an issue. I'm over here lighting sage and trying to debrief and pray that I don't act the ass, because I always feel like when I deal with men, I have to be in my masculine energy because they're going to try to tell me what to do or come up in here directing stuff, and I'm ready for war, and they ain't even do anything. Like, this is why I stay in the house. But we're going to do some management because I'm not okay. We are okay. We are okay. We're not gonna play them games today. We worked too hard to get to where we at. We're gonna keep a good relationship with all parties involved. We're gonna keep it cute, keep it calm, but not too cute. But yes, I messed that up, and my lemon trees and every single last one of my mini pepper plants are sitting on the balcony because they are infested for the 3rd time with mites. Now I don't know if they're gray mites or silverfish. I think they're gray mites. I mean, thousands of them. And if I wasn't so neurotic, constantly checking them all day long, then I wouldn't have even seen them. Don't buy Miracle Grow, okay? Now, I understand that you can get these little mites or whatever, moist soil, all that. No, if you look at the reviews from Walmart, Amazon, everywhere that you buy Miracle Grow, it says that it is infested with mites and eggs and bugs, like specifically spiders and mites. And I've been using the same seed grower, like, for how long? I've had the same bag of Miracle Grow for like a year and a half. And I treated it with peroxide and water, so I thought I was good. No. So they're on the balcony. And maybe it's a blessing. Maybe it's a blessing. Because I was about to spend like $50 getting grow bags and cocoa coir. And I asked myself, girl, how long do you think you're finna live in this apartment? You do know while you in here growing trees that you gonna have to move one day. And who is carrying 35 grow bags anywhere? So they're on the balcony. If it's in my budget to get the cocoa coir this month, I will. I didn't know this was going to happen. I was just planting seeds. I'm not used to doing anything for successfully. I didn't think this was going to happen. I got like 50 baby plants. Like, I had to really work through my frustration. But then I realized, yo, what did you think it was? Farming ain't sweet. You think you just get up and see pretty plants and that's just it? No. It's a other side to this. Being concerned about whether your soil has enough nutrients. Making sure you're not overwatering them. I'm sure I killed little Baltimore. That's my baby, my smallest tomato plant. I'm pretty sure he's dead because I overwatered him. I think he's done for. And then I overwatered his homeboy. That's why that's yellowing. And planting is like, you have to pay attention because the curls and the yellowing can be from mites. It can be from too much sun. It could be from lack of nutrients. And it could be from overwatering. Now, King is doing excellent. He's doing excellent. And I gave all of these a spray treatment. Here's the spray treatment. He's doing good. I haven't named them yet. That's the lemon trees. These are some more tomatoes. And these are my mini pepper plants. I'm going to see if you can... Do you see that? Do you see all them little bodies? So, I think they're called silverfish or sliverfish. Yeah. So, they're not mites. I thought they were gray mites. Yep. They were everywhere. Insane. Whatever. Everything's fine. I'm over it, honestly. It's not that serious. You know, come, do what they do, and leave. But this is what I'm talking about with my mental health situation, whether it's the bipolar or the avoidant personality disorder that I just got diagnosed with like a month ago. Stuff like this is overly stressful for me. Any kind of change in my routine any kind of change in what is normal for me that I have structured is overwhelming. This is overwhelming. I feel like my space is being invaded. I feel it's a terrible feeling to me. And you should be able to just have people. Well, no, I shouldn't. I'm not gonna do that to myself, because if it's not comfortable for me, it's not comfortable for me. I don't need to sit up here wanting to be like other people who are just completely fine with people coming to their home and in their space. I'm not. You walking in here with your outside shoes all through the house. I don't know you. I don't know your energy. You're leaving your scent behind. Big grown men have a scent, and they leave it behind, and it lingers, and it bothers me and my animals. My dog used to look at me like I was crazy. He would lose his mind when people would come. So I feel like my dog, honestly. Rest in peace to Spinner. We love you so much. I lost him 2 years ago. But either way, and it's been dreary. It's been so dreary in Maryland. It's been no sun for a week. That's what I get from here, doing rain dances and asking for rain, trying to collect rainwater. Like, girl, mind your business. How y'all been? How was your week? I took a break yesterday because twice a year I take psilocybin, and I usually do it around the eclipse seasons because that's a good time to purge and let any old traumas come up and just do deep, dark internal work. So I usually take it around March and then again in September, and it's gifted to me. I don't spend money on anything like that. I spend all my money on my kids and running my household. And hopefully I'll be able to start saving even more money after this year. No, not hopefully. I will be able to start spending more money, because all of the profit that I make from YouTube is going into my Masters of Fate account. That's my entire family's account, and it's going to sit there basically until God tells me it's ready to use it. And basically until Spirit tells me that I need to touch it. Because I have a lot of plans, and there's a lot of things going on in the world right now, and that's our cushion. Because I'm being completely led by Spirit. I ain't gonna hold you, y'all. Like, this is my channel. I'm not gonna cap. I'm tired of hiding the things that I experience and being honest about it. Like, that's just what it is. I wait for urgings and nudgings from God, Lord, universe, nature, spirit, whatever you want to call her. And that's how I make my decisions. I just don't feel like I know what's best for myself. I know what I think I want, but sometimes I've asked for stuff and I've gotten it, and I don't know what to do with it when I got it. So I'm just being told to just develop myself, get a healthy body, healthy mind, work on the communication with my family, and stack bread and wait to be led. There they go. Yeah, that was my homeboy. That's the same guy. Oh, my eyes already starting to burn. That's the same guy that used to do it before. He's cool, man. I gotta start praying for him. He has cerebral palsy. But yeah, yo, he's cool. He be giving me the tea on everybody, boy. Yeah, he cool, man. It wasn't even that serious. It's the same regular old spray they be doing. They be doing too much, man. All that worry for nothing. For nothing. It worked out just fine. That's my guy. And shout out to my landlord and my property manager. I love y'all. Y'all are so nice, and I appreciate you so much. I have great management. Like, absolutely. You know what? The best property managers and landlords I've ever had were females. Yep. This and the people I had before were excellent. And I've learned that having a really good relationship with your property manager and your landlord is an excellent thing to do. Because regardless of what your credit looks like, a bad reputation as far as your history with renting is a problem. You can have a high credit score, but if you're trying to get a place and they talk to the people you used to rent from and they say that you're dirty or that you're rude or that you pay your rent late, they're not going to rent to you. So now, regardless of what I want to do in the future, I've got two very well-known with good reputation management companies that will give me a letter of recommendation or at least speak well on my name. And hopefully that'll cancel out the one that don't like me. Why are you scratching me? Menace, are you saying hello today, Isis? Okay. Y'all know she pulls this every time. Right before I flip the camera, she was scratching me right there. Right there. See? There's her hair. There's the evidence. I'm telling the people how you really act. Phoniest thing alive. I'm telling you. You must be a Gemini. Oh, you are a Gemini. She is, actually. Roger swears she's a Gemini. Like, just because we got her around your birthday does not make her a Gemini. I'm so happy, relieved that it's over with. I've been stressing about this for 2 days. After everything we've talked about and been through, I still be stressing. Like, girl, that's okay though. Cycles and seasons. I'm gonna keep going through the same thing until I get better at it. I think we're gonna wash clothes tomorrow morning. If not tomorrow, tomorrow's Thursday. Yep, we're gonna do laundry tomorrow. You wanna come with me? Decaf coffee with some peanut butter. That's why the oil is there. Oh yeah, I was telling you about my trip. So there are like 3 things that I got from it that the plants told me. And it was because of the plants that I ended up finding those mites. I don't want to keep calling it the wrong thing. Springtails. They're called springtails. Springtails and gray mites are different in terms of what they damage, where they are found, and how they are identified. Gray mites damage plants by causing leaves to turn brown or gray and fall off prematurely. Springtails are generally harmless to people and property, but can cause plants to wilt or stunt their growth. None of that was happening with my seedlings. You see how strong they are. There were no signs of it. I didn't see any signs. Oh, except for, that's not true. Because when I checked them 3 days ago, maybe, one of the lower leaves had a hole in it, and it was clearly being fed off of. So I was like, what? So I gave it a treatment, but I didn't see any mites. I didn't think to like pick the actual plant up and look under the planter. I was just looking above the soil. You gotta pick that pot up and look under the pot plant. Plant pot. Boy. Gray mites infest trees and plants that don't lose their leaves in the winter. Springtails are found in moist environments such as overwatered potted plants. Guilty. Damp areas inside the home and moist soil or leaf litter outdoors. Springtails are tiny arthropods that are about the size of a pinhead and are often grayish and purple in color. They have elongated bodies covered in scales and can jump short distances. Oh my God, them plants ain't never coming back here. I'm sorry. Springtails are not dangerous, but they can be annoying and difficult to get rid of. To control springtails, reduce the moisture and excess organic matter, and screen or caulk cracks that provide entryways for springtails. And there is like a little, you know how when you keep slamming the door over time, it'll warp and it'll be a little space? The kids have been complaining about that because when it rains too hard, it low-key floods my kitchen. I ain't gonna hold you because the whole building is crooked. So we should probably fill that in. If there's any cracks in the windowsill, I'll make sure to get those caulked up. So they're definitely springtails. They were not gray mites. But girl, I don't want to lose the plants. They look real happy. I haven't seen them that happy. They are loving outside. And honestly, in Maryland, it hasn't gotten that cold in the winter. They might survive. I don't know, but they ain't coming back in here. Peace. All right. Love you too. But I can't wait to tell you what I learned. I feel like it's important to work with the plants because all the plants communicate with each other and they know everything. They have the answers to everything. So I feel like I hope I can hold on to what I learned because, well, you'll understand more when I talk to you about it later. Sometimes we learn things, but then we forget. And I just have to keep talking about it and putting it into play so I can integrate this new information into my routines and into my behavior, because that's what it's about. I'm trying to change from the inside out my negative thought patterns and behaviors that I will pass on to my children if I don't change them. I've done a lot with communicating better, which was a major problem, expressing how I feel and not just expressing the emotion, not taking things personally, actually listening to other people instead of just waiting to speak. And just being more mature and more disciplined and responsible. That was very hard for me to get things done, to face things, to deal with things. It's very hard for me because I used to just hide behind my husband and let him deal with everything. So I'm having to face myself and the world and all them little ugly things we want to act like ain't there. Like them freaking silverfish. Springtails. And I was overwatering them. And that's why little Baltimore is on his way to an early grave because I keep overwatering them. And I feel like mistake that I make with these plants are a metaphor for my life. Like, girl, you doing too much of the wrong stuff. You need to do more of leaving them alone and just watching and stop worrying. Do you know anybody in your life that would lose sleep over plants that they just met? I'm working on it. We working on us together. Some days suck. And I have to show that. Because I really had to slowly wash my dishes and try not to fall into a woe is me. It was like, girl, first of all, y'all ain't dead. The plants ain't dead. They just got bugs in them. You're tripping. You bugging right now. Why are we feeling sorry for ourselves? Then it's like, girl, you are really in your ego. I don't want to look bad. I don't want to look stupid. Girl, you don't. You make mistakes. Thank you for walking into her, because if it wasn't for you telling me that you had killed so many of your plants, I would still be sitting here feeling sorry for myself. So thank you for feeding life into me. Sometimes I need encouragement too. And that's why we're here together. Okay, so what I was doing just now, besides stretching my back, when my legs were back, dang on near behind my head, I was deep breathing. And as I was deep breathing, in my mind, I was releasing all the pent-up aggression that I had built up. Now, I don't know if it's because of the solar eclipse, or it's because it's the last day of the eclipse, or because it's Libra season. I don't know. I think mostly it's just because there was so much change between the bugs and the people having to come and just dealing. It's just, girl, a little bit of change throws me all the way off. So this is how I manage it. This is the other side of my life, where I have to do practical, physical things a lot of times to manage my mental health, calm my nervous system, and change what's going on in my head. And I tell you, I was nitpicking every little thing this morning with my kids in my mind for no reason. No reason. And even if there was a reason, it doesn't matter. It don't need to happen. So, deep breath to calm the nervous system, releasing your pent-up aggression. That's how I do it. I love you. Thank you for spending time with me here in Fury World. If you're interested in checking out my music, it's available under my artist name, The Fury of Abyss, on all music streaming platforms worldwide. How was your week? How do you deal with change? Do you have any of these issues? Let me know down in the comments. Because some of you have mental health issues and some of you don't. But I think we can all relate to having to learn how to process change. I love you, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace. Thank you for being here.